Hi everyone. Thank you, Charlie. But y'all, please hop in the guest requests. If you think body count should matter for women but not for men, hi Caro. Make sure we're tapping that screen and also sharing out the live, copying that link. Make sure you show this to any of your misogynistic family members. I'm sure you have plenty of them. Considering the outcome of the recent election. Anyway.
Hey, how are you? Can you hear me well?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How old are you?
4.
Okay. Do you think body count should matter for women but not for men?
Absolutely.
And why is that?
So I think it's more an observational thing. I could explain to you why I personally prefer it, and I could explain to you why men generally prefer it. I mean, I'm not really making a normative. I think that regarding women and regarding men, I think women just release a lot more of. I did read some studies in this. I would have to pull them up, but like that women tend to release more connecting chemicals during um, intercourse, while men tend to release it more during dating. I think I think that also a lot of times a woman who does a lot of intercourse, it can be a sign of trauma and daddy issues. I think that a lot of times they're not necessarily looking to go into a stable relationship. So for men who are looking to have a long-term stable relationship with a woman, they should avoid these things. I think that in general, I guess you call it comparison is a thief of joy. And you see like a girl who has been with a lot of men, they're less likely to be happy and stable in a relationship with one man. Yes, this is based on experience, but again, it really all depends what you're looking for. So I would highly recommend to men that are looking for long-term stable relationships to stay generally very far away from men from women with high body counts. Now, regarding men, I do think that evolutionarily there has been it's been more of a successful strategy for men because there's very low cost to sleeping around and there's a very high reward. So I think that our evolutionary psyches developed alongside this successful mating strategy to make it that men obviously can do this in a way and still not necessarily be unable to go into stable relationships. A, B, I don't think it's necessarily a sign of daddy issues or a sign of trauma in men as the same way as in women.
Why?
I
Like, do
think
you
that
have sources
so
for any
yeah,
of
no,
this,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
or?
no. So again, I said because evolutionarily was actually a valid mating strategy for men, and it's something men tended to want. It wasn't necessarily something used as a coping mechanism to get rid of pain, the same way it seems to be used for women.
Yes, but I'm asking you, who's to say that sex is a coping mechanism for women? Like, why?
Well, obviously, sex can be used as a coping mechanism. I think we all agree on that, right? Sex can be used as an
Yes.
escapism, right? So what
Yes,
I'm
but why
saying
would it
is
be more the case that that's the case for women than it is for men?
because we tend to see that women that don't have it, and there are studies in this. I really could try. I'm going to turn my computer on while I'm talking to try to pull up these studies that men have a actual evolutionary mating strategy where they would sleep around. Women did not have this strategy. It was not a valid. So a woman who's doing this is tends to be acting somewhat against her evolutionary psychology. Now, these things obviously aren't exact, and sexuality and human sexuality is obviously very malleable and can change. But think about it. If a woman slept around a lot, they wouldn't know who the father was and they wouldn't have someone to take care of them. It's obviously a lot more harmful. They would want to have a man settle down and take care of the child. But I'm talking about at an evolutionary perspective first. And a man, if they were to sleep around, it would be very rewarding for them because there's a small possibility of them getting a child to the next generation with very low consequence. This is not a moral claim. I don't think it's okay for men to do this necessarily. I'm just pointing out that this is evolutionary how it worked, and that's what shaped our brains.
Okay, so evolutionarily, we're not we're not naturally monogamous. So I don't know where this idea of
When did I bring up monogamy?
huh?
When did I bring up monogamy?
You just said that it's evolutionarily advantageous for men to sleep around, but it's not the case for women because then you wouldn't know who the father is. But this implies that,
So as I said, it's less advantageous for women. But obviously, if it's a valid mating strategy for men to sleep around, it doesn't very much sound like monogamy, does it?
yeah, I know. I'm saying you're implying that monogamy is better for women but not for men because you wouldn't be able to tell who the father is. But if this is the case, then why is it that previously, uh, you know the phrase "it takes a village"? Everyone raised the kids. It wasn't a nuclear household, uh, back several thousand years ago. That's not how raising a family worked. So what do you mean by this?
So obviously, it was not a nuclear family. But yeah, and generally we did have extended families tend to raise kids, but there were family structures. They were obviously much looser than they were today, and not in the typical mom and dad nuclear family we have now. But yes, they did have family structures. Yes, it was more beneficial for women to try to know who the father was. They generally did try to do that, and obviously they wouldn't necessarily just have sex with one man, have a kid with one man, and settle. You're right. Sometimes they would have leave that man later, but they would aim, women tended to aim for monogamy, according to the studies I've read. I could try to pull this up right now.
Please do.
What about my other point I made, right? That women with quote unquote daddy issues tend to be hypersexual.
I've never seen this be the case for only women. I don't deny that it's a possibility for people to use sex as a coping mechanism, but implying that it's mostly or almost only women is just not. I don't think that's true. And aside from that,
Maybe I could clarify. Like, obviously, all men, and I guess you could call this anecdotal, but I think this would be considered pretty common knowledge. Men tend to want to sleep around a lot more than women do. It's considered somewhat quote unquote normal for men, right? Now, obviously, there are men who don't want to sleep around, and there's women who do. But my point is, it's just much more common. When you see a woman who really wants to sleep around, it's a little bit less common. Obviously, in certain circles, it will be more common. But I can tell you straight up from dating experience, right? Like all these men who are all these women who are willing to sleep around and willing to hook up, they generally have a lot of severe trauma. The ones who aren't generally seem to be much more stable. This is my personal experience. I'm not going to necessarily avoid a girl just because she has a high body count, but I won't want to be in a relationship with her, right? And that's something I will usually make clear to her. I obviously won't tell her that straight out. I'm going to be like, hey, look, I'm not looking for a relationship with you. But the reason being is because she seems to be a quote unquote hoe. She's easy. And I don't necessarily want that in a wife or someone I want to spend the rest of my life with.
so
And
do
I
you
would say other
not
men.
do you not think it's possible for someone to, first of all, ew,
Well,
fucking
why is it ill?
gross.
Why is it ill?
Why are we
I'm very
calling
clear
people easy?
because
Why
some
are we
people are.
talking about people like that? That's gross.
I'm sorry, what? What
That's
is gross?
gross.
Consent. That is all to me in terms of sexual relationship. What matters is consent. In terms of like calling some easy or sleeping around, this stuff doesn't matter. It's all preferences. The only thing that's not a preference is consent, right? So let's get that out of the way. Now let's talk about preferences. Preferences are valid. I don't want someone who's easy to marry.
Yeah, I'm saying describing people as easy or a hoe, that's gross. Having your preferences is
Okay,
fine,
one
but
second.
number one, right now you're arguing for preferences that you don't hold for yourself. You only hold for the other party. That's not a preference. That's a bias. That's hypocrisy. And aside from that, was calling them this hypothetical person easy or a hoe necessary? Because I don't think it was, which is why I called it
You don't
gross, and
mind
I
using
stand
your
by that.
special language? I really don't. Like, if you want to tell me language you could use that would have the same meaning, but we were more respectful, sure, I'm happy to use that language. In terms of it being hypocrisy, it's absolutely not. They
So you
don't
hold
care
this
about
standard. You hold this standard identically to yourself too. Then
not, but to not make it hypocrisy. So I don't think you understand the meaning of what hypocrisy means then clearly. Because when I say I have a standard, I am looking for this as in a partner. I don't think it objectively matters. I'm just looking for this in a partner. And they say, well, I don't care. Where's the issue there?
whether or not it's objective doesn't make it not hypocritical. What is hypocritical is
Well,
holding
maybe
a
you can
principle
express
for
me
other
how
people that you do
hypocritical it
not hold for yourself. That's hypocrisy. That is actively what you're doing.
I only want it in a partner. I don't want it in myself, right? For a great example of hypocrisy would be like lying is blanket wrong, and I think lying is wrong, and then I go proceed to lie. That's hypocrisy. But if I'd say I don't want to marry somebody who lies, but I personally don't think lying is wrong for everybody. It just and that's not what I'm looking for in my wife. I have friends who lie. I don't mind having a friend who lies, but I myself lie. I just don't want it in a wife. Now it's a little bit weird, right? It's a little bit weird, but it's not
It's
hypocrisy.
hypocritical.
No, it's not because
Do you
I'm
want me to
looking
pull
at
up
my
the
friend.
definition of hypocritical for you right now?
Wait. Yeah, you could do that. Yes, please.
Okay, lovely, because
While you're pulling it up, like
literally definitionally hypocritical.
yeah. So while you're pulling up, now this is a very weird scenario. It's very weird to use it in line, right? Let's use something like height, right? Let's say I am 4'11". I'm not. Let's say I'm 4'11". So I say I want a tall partner, right? I don't care if my friends are tall. I don't care if my mom and dad are tall. I don't care if I'm tall. I just want my partner to be tall. Would this be hypocritical?
Whatever tall is entirely subjective. But right now, you're literally saying, because you already know what high body count is to you. So if you go, men can have a high body count, but women shouldn't, especially women that I want to be with. That is a principle that you're holding for yourself, and I mean for other people and not for yourself. That's hypocritical. What would be hypocritical is if you said, I like men who are tall and I only want to date those men, and they got upset at someone for having a similar principle and saying that that's wrong. That's hypocrisy.
You're misunderstanding me. I'm going to say this again. I don't think there's anything wrong with having high body count. It's just not my preference. So I don't care if a woman has a high body count. I don't care if I have a high body count. I don't care if a man, my friend, my bro, he has a high body count. I just do not prefer that, right? The same thing as height. I don't care if someone's tall or short. I just personally don't prefer to have intercourse with somebody who is tall or short, etc. Choose your thing, right?
Okay, so are you actually answering the question above me, or are you just talking about yourself?
Question above you. I believe other men should generally share my standard, right? Might be some woman who would tell you this. I think all girls should date tall men, right? That is their standard, and they think that's definitely a good thing. They think maybe tall men are more assertive. Tall men don't have a quote unquote short guy personality, etc. Right? So if a woman said that that's a standard they think everyone should have, in the same way, I'm going to say that's a standard I think all men should have. Men should generally, if they're looking for a relationship, they should generally look for a girl without a high body count. You will probably have a happier, more stable relationship.
So, just to clarify, you think it's fine if that same man has an equally high body count as the woman that he would be avoiding? Yes or no?
I don't really care what body counts anybody has. I'm saying shit. I don't care. It's not matters to me. I'm talking about
In
preference.
this conversation, it is significant.
You're trying to make it into a moral thing. I'm making it a preference thing. Right? I think everyone should share my preference, but I don't really think there's any moral difference what body count a man or a woman has. I don't
The
care.
word the word should denotes ought, which means we are having a philosophical conversation and you are placing your principles right now. You are saying how you feel should be how other people feel.
That's not accurate. So when I say
That is
should,
accurate.
no. Listen, when I say should, I say useful. I'm using it will be useful if you do this, not that you have a moral obligation to do this, right? It's a very big difference. I'm a moral anti-realist. I don't believe morals exist. When I say you should do this thing, you should not date a woman with a high body count because it will lead to an unstable relationship. I'm just saying I don't think it will be useful for you. I don't think it'll be useful for you to date a high body count woman because you probably won't have a very stable relationship. It's not me saying that there's a moral obligation for you not to date a high body count woman. If you want to do it, go ahead, be my guest. In fact, I've dated women with high body counts, and guess what? It worked out exactly as I thought it would. You tend to always try to look past their flaws, look past the red flags. Oh, it won't matter. Oh, they're different. They're not different. Once in a while, there are exceptions. There's always exceptions. Generally, they're just not different.
So you're saying it would hold more utility for other people to think like you because of your own personal experience, and that's it.
Well, I'm giving my opinion, sure, and I'm basing my opinion on evidence. That's all opinions are based on
I'm
evidence.
I'm
And I think
asking you for the evidence.
I gave you 10 minutes where I explained the reasoning behind my opinion. We spoke about it
Yes,
at length.
all of it is based on anecdotal experience. You could be lying to my face right now. Thank you for the hat and mustache. I would like studies,
Yeah,
please.
okay, fine, sure, but guess what? This is a general consensus among men. You could try to deny all
I
you
don't
want.
care. That's not the
Okay,
question.
again, you're going to try to deny some basic common sense, which is a lot of TikTok debates
There's
come to the
nothing to be
question.
denied. I don't care what most people think. Common sense does not matter to me. A large group of people thinking something does not make it true, which is why I don't care. That's why I want studies.
That's fine. So you could continue to believe your belief, and most women will agree with me, which is why we will continue not to date women with high body
I
counts.
don't,
This is the
bro,
experience that we
I
keep on
don't
having.
care. That's fine. I truly don't care. If you hold this preference and you lead this life thinking the exact same way you thought before, I don't care. Why are you like making a speech right now about how people are still gonna think how you think? That's fine. I didn't ask. I'm asking you, why should this be the case? That's it. That's all I'm asking
I'm
you.
going to try to pull up the study, but
Okay.
if you want to give me 30 seconds, I just don't like leaving. The reason I didn't do that in the beginning is I really don't like leaving empty space on live. It would be a little bit annoying, but I will. If you give me 30 seconds, I'll pull it up. It will not take long. Okay.
Okay. In the meantime, hello everyone. Welcome in. I hope we're all doing well tonight.
Okay.
Also,
I have you.
tomorrow I will not be. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I really didn't want to keep. I don't like doing that. I know how annoying it is for like the audience and just they have this silent. Like someone looks at studies for 10 minutes. Anyways, okay. Several studies investigate the link between trauma and hypersexuality, particularly in women. This connection often manifests as a coping mechanism or psychological response to unresolved emotional distress from past traumatic
What
experiences.
is the name of the article?
So there would be Longpre, Galliano, and Guay, 2022. I'm reading these studies right now. So there's like I have let's see 9 studies I could give you.
No, I
I
mean the title. What is the title of the
I'm
study?
not reading the article. I just gave you the title of the study, which would be Longpre, Galliano, and Guay 2022. It's a study in the Journal of Criminal Justice. It
Wait, so
explores
it
how
doesn't have like a subheading? It's just like the
I
name
could
of the
give me a second.
people?
I'll pull up the actual. It's sciencedirect.com. Just search up Journal of Criminal Justice. The impact of childhood trauma, personality, and sexuality on the development of
Oh, okay.
power. And I could just quickly go over like the summary of each study like, while you're waiting, and we could go into the specific study in depth. I would love that, but just quickly. So it explores how childhood trauma, personality traits may influence sexual behavior, highlights hypersexuality as a potential mediator between trauma and increased risky sexual behaviors. Okay, this one, it's a case study of a woman with bipolar and PTSD. Hypersexual behaviors during manic episodes were observed. These behaviors were linked to trauma and exhibited in the form of revengeful attitudes and relationships, emphasizing the role of trauma in driving hypersexual responses. This one is published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine. This article examines the relationship between childhood traumatic experience, dysregulated sexual behavior, finding that earlier childhood trauma may lead to hypersexuality as a coping response. When you're ready to move on to going in depth in that study, you can tell me because there's a lot of studies to go through here. So.
Okay, so is this only the case for women?
I'm sure it can be used as a coping mechanism, but it doesn't seem to be used as much as a coping mechanism in men. It seems to be more the default.
That's what I'm
Right?
looking for. I want proof of that.
Okay, that men tend to want to sleep around more. Okay, fine. I will get you
No,
studies.
not that they tend to want to sleep around more. That they don't do that because of trauma and at the same rate that women do. That's the claim. I know people use
Obviously, if
sex
the
as a coping
default,
mechanism.
right, obviously, if the default would be for men to want to sleep around, it wouldn't necessarily be because of trauma the same way. Now, I could get 1 second. I will pull studies on that. Okay, 1 second.
Okay. Also, hi Glohan. Hello. Also, y'all, I will not be going live tomorrow because I will be doing my hair again, and that will take the whole day. That'll take the whole day.
Apologize. Okay, so Peterson and Hyde, 2010. This meta-analytic review explores the gender difference in sexuality, showing that men consistently report a higher interest in casual sex and more permissive attitude towards it than women. These differences are partially attributed to evolutionary motivations, as I was saying earlier. Clark and Hatfield, this is actually in 1989. In a seminal experiment, researchers found that men were significantly more likely to accept casual sex offers from strangers than women, suggesting a stronger predisposition linked towards casual sex among men. Right now, this one is 2007, Meston and Buss. This study examines the various motivations behind sexual behavior and finds that men report seeking casual sex as a means to achieve sexual variety more often than women. Okay. This one is
1989?
this is 2007. The Clark and Hatfield one.
2007?
Yeah, the original one with Clark and
You
Hatfield.
know what year it is, right, bestie?
Yeah, so this one's from 2017. In a study of motivations for using dating apps, men were found to have stronger orientation towards casual sex than women. Women were more likely to see connections with romantic partners. And this is actually a recent study if you want to look at this.
Okay. That's
Okay.
not the claim that I need. I need the mental health claim.
I'm sorry. I found studies specifically regarding women on how it can be a symptom of heterosexuality.
Yes.
We find that men tend to want casual sex innately. I'm not sure what you're missing here.
What I'm missing is the study that you gave me claims that sometimes women use sex as a coping mechanism. And you're using this to say that this happens more often in women than it does in men. But then you're at the same time just being like, well, men want to have sex anyway, as if women don't also want to have sex anyway.
Okay, I could look for a specific study on that if you want. I think it's pretty obvious as a conclusion of the studies I've given you, but one second. I don't mind looking for a specific study that shows how women tend to use it as a coping mechanism more than men. Two studies here, but let's start with the one by Myers, Levy, and Loken in 2015. In their
Okay.
analysis on gender differences, this study found that women, more often than men, utilize coping strategies, and I could give you the exact title if you want to look up the study, or you want me to just read the summary first?
I would
Just
like the
quickly.
name of it, please.
Okay, yeah, so I'll get the name. So it's going to be on researchgate.net, and it's going to be revisiting gender differences, what we know and what lies ahead. Now, I don't know how much of the study is public. I'm pulling it from here. I should be public in public. Yeah, here. It's a bit of a long study. I'm just reading the summary of it, but like, obviously we could go in depth into the study. But anyways, this coping mechanism is driven by an emotional need that can stem from complex familial relationships, including those with fathers. Okay, that was a summary of it. Now, here, this one is 2004 by Gonzalez Lopez. It's actually examining Latina sexualities. This study identifies that father hunger or an absence of fatherly affection can drive some women towards risky sexual behaviors as a coping mechanism. This study suggests that these women may seek out relationships that fill an emotional void left by distant or unavailable fathers. This one, okay, let's see. Okay, this theory on work and family roles notes that women tend to seek emotional connection as a stress coping mechanism, sometimes through sexual behavior. The study points to traditional familial role expectations as a factor influencing how women cope with emotional challenges. This in 2001. I could look for some older ones. There's some interesting ones from 1987, which investigate the stress and coping mechanism. This research found that women in high stress environments or those with traumatic familial relationships, such as strained father-daughter bonds, may exhibit coping mechanisms through casual sex behavior as a means to manage emotional stress. Now, I don't think the point here is that there's anything wrong with women sleeping around. I don't want to come across as if I'm saying that. I don't think casual sex is wrong. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't talk to women who do it. I think the point is that if
Okay,
people
so
go through,
memes, I really hate to
yeah,
interrupt, but like,
you've been very gracious so far.
oh, okay. Um, with the utmost respect, I why are all of these studies over 20 years old?
No, so the one I first brought you was not. It's from 2015.
Oh, thank you for the $10, Amanda. Bye bye. Spread the ball. Like, did you get the memo? Hello? Unicorn?
So basically, in 1952, lesbian people had more sex than ever, right? So these are studies that are proven by scientists.
Than ever is crazy. So fucking funny. Hello.
Yeah, I don't know what that last dude was talking about, but
Listen, I'm just happy for the lesbians if that's the case. But anyway, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay. Do you think body count should matter for women but not for men?
I think it should just matter more for women.
Yes. Why?
Well, going off facts, every woman that had a promiscuous past, if that body count number is more than 8, she has always gotten bashed and left, or whatever it was, divorced, whatever you want to call it. On the other hand, a man, he could have 68 and they will applaud him. And I'm just speaking of fact. So let me know when you've seen a time where a guy of a higher status
No. I'm not saying it
that has
doesn't
a lot of
matter.
body counts has gotten bashed for it.
No, listen. I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm saying that that's bad. That the fact that that happens is bad. Do you think that should continue to happen?
No, I don't think that. But
Okay.
that is what happens though.
Right. I know. I'm saying that that's terrible and that it should stop happening. That's why I said should, not does.
Okay, well, should it? Yes, it should.
Okay, why is that?
Because it'll save a lot more of divorces.
How so? And why is this only the case for women and not for men?
Any woman that has more than 8 bodies, she is going to get divorced. You can go look it up. That is a fact. Most
Can I
men
have a
like a
source for
woman that only
this?
has about from 5 through 8.
Can I have a
Go
source
look
for
it
this?
up right now. Just type
I'm
in.
not gonna do the work for you. Do you have the name of the study? 8 is such a specific number too. I've never heard of that in my life. Yeah, exactly, Savannah. I done never heard that before, but I'm willing to look at it.
No. It's a fact. More from 5 through 8,
Okay, can I have the study,
they get divorced
please?
or they don't get looked at.
Can I have the study, please? Thank you. Thank you. Y'all, I'll listen to Chapel Roan on my walk back home. I would do diabolical things for Chapel Roan. I really would. I really, really would. I really, really would. Also, y'all make sure we're tapping that screen. We can get a few more ops in here. I'll probably stay live for like another half hour. After Midnight is such a good fucking song. Oh my gosh. I feel like it seems like I joined at a bad time, a very private moment. Oh no, my love, this doesn't have to be private. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, Hannah, thank you so much for the subscription. Why he no have the source? What happened? Where are the source? It's crazy work, and there's no one else in the guest requests. So I'm gonna hit a restart, clear my cache. Y'all better be here when I get back. If you're not, I'll cry. And you don't want me to cry. And if you do want me to cry, then you're meanerton meanie. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be right back. Want, you could like get like a cheese grater and then put it on top and then like massage it back and forth if you're a masochist like that. You could
You
also
just
get
used the word
another
masochist.
penis and then like sandwich it in between,
No,
and
that's
then
not
take
the
a picture of
function.
it and it'll be like a really
That's not the
pretty little
primary function.
sandwich. And then with a vagina, there's discharge that'll help
I thought
you
we weren't talking
clean
about
out your
other
vagina.
stuff.
We could
Now we are.
also use the vagina to, oh, thank you for the $10, Savannah. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you to Hannah for adding $10 to the kick fund. Now we have a free kick. Yes, we do. Yeah, I refuse to get sexual intercourse mansplained to me. I would rather die. I would rather perish. No. Hello?
I misclicked. Take me
Oh,
off of this.
no worries. I got you. Bye bye. Alright, moving swiftly along to the next guest. Y'all, please hop in the Ask Quest if you think being lesbian is wrong. And only if you think being lesbian is wrong.
Hello.
Hello? Hi, how old are you?
I am 18.
What year were you born?
2005 or 6. My
Okay.
bad.
No worries. Do you think being lesbian is wrong?
No.
Oh, per.
My sister, she's a lesbian. I always knew that personally, but it was only about time when she came out. I love her ever since.
Aw. That's so sweet. I'm sorry, my love. I'm only looking for opposition, but that's so kind, and I'm glad that you and your sister had that relationship. That's adorable. Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, I'm well, thank you. How old are you?
33.
Okay. Do you think being lesbian is wrong?
I mean, I would say when you say wrong, I feel like that's more like negative. I would say,
Yes, tis the point.
I would say it's more, it's not as natural.
Okay, define natural.
Natural for as men were created a way in a certain form, right? Our body
Created?
created,
By
yeah,
whomst?
created, born, however you want to, whatever you want to call it, how we became into existence when our bodies were formed, right? Ours looks a certain way, it acts and does things a certain way, and a woman does theirs a certain way. And when a man and a woman comes together, they can create life. You know, they go through nature with the trees. You have feminine, a masculine and feminine with plants and just about anything. And I think that's just the natural foundation of
Thank you for the subscription, Rowan.
how life goes. So
Okay, so what do you have to say about the over 500 species that exhibit lesbian behavior?
I'm focusing on what you're talking about, man and woman. I feel like when it comes to certain conversations, people, you know, say a lot of things just to kind of make their beliefs feel better. But like I said, at the end of the day,
Okay, so
what's
define the
natural,
word natural.
rule and foundation. Like I just told you, I mean, you know,
You gave me examples.
nothing against, you know, lesbian marriages, relationships, same as gays and things like. Sorry, I don't know if I can say that. I'm not really big on social media stuff, but
You can't,
um,
but it's okay.
I apologize. But you know, I
Thank you for
just
the
think that
subscription, Zane.
I think at the end of the day, if two women come together, you know, they can't produce a
Okay,
child. Now, I'm not going to say, well, conditions to where some women, you know, bodies go through things and they can't produce kids, but they're created to do that. So if something happened and it, you know, prolonged that, I understand that, but more percentage than not, a man and a woman supposed to come together to procreate. And
so
so,
you still haven't defined the word natural.
I mean,
You gave me
natural.
examples. I need a definition.
What is your definition of natural?
Something that occurs within nature outside of human intervention.
Okay, and what is your viewpoint on that with man and woman?
We see queerness exhibited throughout nature, absent human intervention, making it natural.
So, how long was it that you felt or stand in agreement that you felt like you were a lesbian or queer?
I'm not.
You're not.
No.
So you're just being like a advocate for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not trying to argue or anything like that. I'm a very open person, but at the end of the day, I just I feel, you know, that and my beliefs that a man and a woman are created different. Doesn't mean that one
Okay.
is more powerful than the other. I feel like man and woman created differently, and that it was that for a reason. And when you go against
Okay.
the foundation of it, that's when things happen. You know, bad things
So,
happen. So,
if you are not here to argue, respectfully, I would have to move on because this is a debate platform. So we are actively arguing right now.
okay, that's fine. So even with debate, right? What does that get you? Like arguing, what is that going to do? What does that do?
It's just fun.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. I just think when it comes to certain topics and things like that, it shouldn't be about being fun because that's what's wrong with society nowadays. Nobody takes things serious, and I feel like that's why the world is where it's at right now. So hopefully,
We
people.
supposed to be taking a TikTok. We supposed to be taking a TikTok live.
Yeah, because I mean, you reach
Seriously.
a lot of people. Yeah, you reach a lot of people on social media. Is different from how it used to be back in the day. Like people was word of mouth in person. Now, you can post a video and it go viral. So I think
I can't do it. I can't. I can't.
Hello. I'd like to ask some
Hi.
question before I get into this, right?
How old are you?
19,
What year were you born?
2006.
Lovely.
All right, so my
Wait.
question is, could I extend this
What?
to homosexuality in general?
Wait. How are you 19, born in 06? What month were you born?
September.
Oh, okay. Wait, no.
Yeah.
No. Would you be
Okay.
18?
No. Okay,
Comments,
so
am I tripping?
my question is, can I extend this argument, debate to homosexuality in general?
You're not 19. And you was waiting in them comments, hungry. You were hungry in those comments. Itching. On the prowl in those comments. Don't be a liar. God don't like when you lie. He don't like it. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. Oh. Sorry. My fault. I forgot my cheeks are out. I forgot about that. I forgot my cheeks are out. My fault. Fan service is crazy. Okay, John Allen, 834, you have to be 18. And you're not. So we cannot have a conversation. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, hi, how old are you?
I'm 21 years old.
Okay. Do you think being lesbian is wrong?
Well, before I answer that question, what are you defining lesbian as? Are you using the social constructs or the chromosomes?
A woman attracted to a woman.
Yeah, which is it a woman gender?
Social
or
construct.
Really? So if two trans women were dating, it would be a lesbian relationship?
Yep.
Okay, so what if I was wearing a wig and I had another person who was male with a penis, they're wearing a wig? I would be in a lesbian relationship if I believed I was a woman.
If you... Wait. Did you just come up here just to, like, be a transphobe? Like, is that like, the whole reason you came up here? To be a transphobe? Like, why?
No.
Why be a transphobe?
I'm asking your definition of lesbianism. I'm not being transphobic here. I'm just wondering the logical ends of
You
your
just compared trans women to men wearing wigs.
No, I was that can be like when I said men wearing wigs. That's you assuming that person is a man. I'm just saying male.
You just said the other person is a man.
I said male.
You said male?
Yeah, male with a penis.
Do they ID as a woman?
Yes.
Do you ID as a woman?
Yes.
Then yes, it's lesbian.
Okay, I only asked that just because some lesbians would not consider that lesbianism. They would reject that. So
I know.
yeah. So then my question is I'm a gender abolitionist. So the problem with lesbianism is that it affirms genderism,
Okay.
which is harmful stereotypes in society with negative externalities.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why when you say I'm a lesbian, you are affirming that women like this is a good thing in society, and that this is what we should be doing. Like women are a category distinct from men, and they should be treated differently.
Okay, so as a gender abolitionist, also I wouldn't use ism after the word lesbian. That implies ideology. I'm not saying you're doing it on purpose, but yeah. Okay, so if you're a gender abolitionist, then do you have a problem with with labels like pan or bi or gender fluid?
Yeah, bi is a little bit problematic. It assumes that there's two genders when we should not have any genders actually. Pan is fine. For the most, like I said, I think if you're attracted to genitals, I think that's fine. I'm not anti-genitalia attraction, but yeah, you asked why lesbian is wrong. I think that's a good, solid left-wing argument for why we should not be gay, why we should not be heterosexual, why we should. And it sounds crazy. What I'm saying right now sounds crazy, but I just wanted to float this on the live. See what you think.
Okay. I think in an ideal world, gender wouldn't exist. I just don't know how one would go about completely uprooting society. But in an ideal world, yeah, I don't think gender would. I don't think gender is useful. I think gender is harmful also. But considering this is the world that I operate in currently, and I know lesbians who self-ID as lesbians, when I say lesbian, I just mean women who are attracted to women, and unfortunately, since gender exists.
Well, I mean, here's the gender abolitionist case is that we should all go by they them. All of our pronouns should be they them instead of he her or she or he him or she her, and that we should instead of like pursuing manhood or womanhood, we should pursue humanhood. Not instead of being the most masculine or the most feminine, we should be the most humane. This is the kind of idea like a gender abolitionist society would look like, something like that. Are you liking what you're hearing?
DM me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, good.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, good conversation. Thanks.
Indeed. Bye bye. Why did they eat? Why did they eat? Why did they low key eat the house down boots on the lowest of keys? They kind of ate, I fear. Just a little bit. Just a smidgen. All right, moving on to the next guest. Also, hi East Coast. Hello?
Hello. I just have a
Hi.
question. I'm not against it. I just have a question. Like simply, that's it.
Mhm.
What would the difference of pansexual and bisexual be?
Sure.
Because like as
Pan
somebody,
is
I'm just trying to
just
learn, right?
yeah, that's fine. So pan is just underneath the bisexual umbrella. So with bi meaning attracted to two or more genders, pansexual just means attracted to all of them. So you don't have to do the next step if you say that you're bisexual, people asking you, so what genders are you attracted to? If you're attracted to all of them, you just say you're pan, which is what I am.
All right. Sounds good. You have a good night.
Thank you, you too. Bye bye. Oh, the person who said you're just so naturally pretty. You're so kind. Thank you. That means the world. Hello?
Hello.
With your high ass. What the fuck do you want?
Well, I'm just saying here, like that dude was like, "Whoa, there are no men or women." You know what? I'm too high for this, but I enjoy the live, and I'm gonna leave. I'm actually baked.
Yeah. What did I tell you? Ivy, I don't think he's ever sober. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I ever had a conversation with that man where he was sober. Ever in my entire life. That man is always in the clouds, for real, for real. Hello?
Oh shit, sorry, I didn't mean to join.
No, you're good. No worries. Enjoy the rest of your day, Lily.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's see. I wish I knew
Oh my gosh. Hi, Sam.
Hi, darling. It's been a while. How are you?
It's been a while. How are you?
I'm okay, but now you have to answer. How are you?
I'm great. I'm fantastic. It's really good to talk to you. But I want to talk to you about that last guest where you were talking to. You told him to DM you. I watched his most recent TikTok video, and he was kind of talking about like Dean and Tashika without actually saying. Well, he said Dean, but he didn't say Tashika, and he said Black creator, and we all know who that is. So I just need some more context to make sure. I just want you to watch his videos before you talk to him further. I didn't watch the whole thing because I ran back. So, and hi everyone in the comments.
Can you send me that link, Faith?
And will.
Thank you.
I got you.
Cause never that.
Right. He was like, well, the white creator and then the Black creator, and I was like, wait a second.
That's already weird as fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
thank you for telling me.
No problem. Also, hair, gorgeous. Also, the other hair that you're gonna do, amazing. You should make a video. So, great idea. All
This
right.
one will be more in depth because before I was rushing because I just kept stopping.
Okay.
But I think also, by the way, a special surprise is coming soon. I'm not gonna tell you guys what, but another collab in person. I will say that.
Nice. Very exciting.
Indeed.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let down, and good luck with everything.
Thank you. You too, my love.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
You guys get to guess who it is. I'm not gonna tell you who. I'm just gonna pop up on their live. I don't know what his account is. I think it was Gabriel something. I think it was Gabriel Blue. I think it was Gabriel Blue. I don't know. But let's move swiftly along. I need to lurk. Hello?
Hello, Schmuckums.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I got too comfortable. I have two questions. Listen, I've been on your lives like 3 times. I have 2 questions because,
Key does not play. Key don't give a fuck. Key said, "Bra-da-da-da." And you know what? We love that for her. We do. Hello?
Hello.
Hi again.
Real conversation here. So, like, you host these lives and everything with these topics on them, and you bring up everybody that wants to like join, right? And there's maybe like 5 or 10 people and 400 to 500 viewers, right? And I feel like sometimes, like, I know that like it's a good topic and everything, but you may be shining the light on like a lot of stuff that isn't as common as it may seem. Like a lot of people that are like, well, the Bible and lesbians are horrible and this, that, and the other thing. And I think that like inadvertently you may be like bringing a little bit of, I don't want to say bad energy to it, but
No, I
like,
think that's an interesting critique. And I've gotten that before. But the thing is, it's only really the case on my account. If you were to go on like AG's account or Tashika's account or God forbid, Dean's account with 1.8 million fucking followers and they had this background, the guest request would be flooded. Completely just homophobe after homophobe. Now, I don't think that what's it called? That homophobia, like really blatant homophobia, is something that is super prevalent, but I do think that people hold ignorant ideals that are rooted in homophobia that can be corrected if people see someone who's queer talk to people who are blatantly homophobic.
I think that is a fair, fair assumption. I mean, what other topics do you do? Like, I'm trying to think right now, but like, I just feel like, you know, you are definitely highlighting it and a lot of people are seeing it, but
I don't disagree.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's like my critique. I'm wondering, like, will you do different subjects after a while? Like, are you going to get into abortion? Are you going to get into, like, I don't know, like border crossing stuff, or like,
So when it comes to border crossing stuff, I don't see why now after the election is over, well, like why that would be beneficial. But when it comes to abortion, I need to know a lot more about biological processes to debate abortion. I am pro-choice, and I'm pro-sentience, but I think that I need to be a lot more educated before I do that. But the other topics I do this one, I do the body count one, I do the spanking is abuse one sometimes.
yeah.
I used to do the trans topic every once in a while, but it made me very sad, so I kind of just stopped doing that. But why? Do you think I should do like abortion or like other topics?
Well, I mean, I guess you do like these topics really well because I've watched, you know, quite a few of your lives, and I feel like you do have a lot of the same like kind of answers and comebacks, like just locked and loaded. So you can just like fight back at somebody or like just debate back. Like you can make those you can pull up the studies, you can do this, that, and the other thing, like right on the spot where like maybe
Oh wait,
some
hold on. Wait, before the Reddit takes a hold of what I just said, when I said God forbid Dean, I meant because he has a very big platform. That's why I said with 1.8 million followers. It's not because I dislike Dean. Before y'all start doing crazy shit, all right? I don't know him, okay? I don't know him. I just mean he has a bigger platform, which means he is a magnet for more homophobes. That's it. Okay.
And I will say that I think Dean gets a lot of views and everything from being like kind of a little bit of a condescending little prick. I feel like your debate style is a lot more friendly and you're not going to get all like hurt and bent out of shape at the first thing. And then like, I don't know, I feel like it's just really annoying where like, you know, somebody's saying something to him and he's talking over them. He's being disrespectful. He's being like, oh, thank you for the $10. Like, to have a true debate, you need to listen to the other side. And I think that he's just rude and kind of annoying.
I agree. I think this is the case for a lot of debaters, but it's kind of like what happens when you debate on TikTok because a lot of time people will come up aggro as fuck. I choose to just be chill because I don't take it personally. Because if I take things personally, then I'd want to, you know. But they're at the point where they can be condescending and be annoying, and nothing will happen to their platform. And it also makes people that are like them feel more powerful, so they get a lot of love for it. But also to the people that are like debates ? There's no one in the guest quest. So.
Yeah.
But actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna cut the live short because I really have to get started on my fucking hair. And also, I'm very hungry, so I'm probably gonna order food. But I hope you enjoy your high. And also,
Did we get a fit check before you go?
weren't you here the entire time?
No, I've like came in and left and came back. I haven't been here.
If you say so.
I'm not gonna say damn. Oh, damn!
You just said you weren't gonna say damn.
How the fuck you get that going? Shit!
You just said you weren't. Wait, no, it's okay when he does it because I know him. He's not a stranger, so I don't find it creepy. So it's okay when he does it. But also, you said you weren't gonna say damn. Not you guys too. Y'all a bunch of whores. Y'all's a bunch of whores. Kaz! Do you even like femmes? Okay. You guys are fucking terrible. I love you all.
I don't even fuck with that, but something about you getting me going.
Oh hell nah! Get the. And on that note, and on that note, and hold on. I'm gonna do this, and on that note, I'm going to. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna very briefly talk to Eden because it's been a while.
Oh my god, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I didn't think you'd actually add me. Oh my god. I love you,
Well, I mean,
mommy.
you've been so cute in my text messages,
Oh,
so I
don't
had
expose me
to.
like that.
Well,
Damn.
sweet. You just called me mommy.
Oh, well.
You exposed yourself. Is that a twink I see?
Fuck you too. Damn. I'm trying to actually take care of my curly hair,
I love
guys.
your bangs. You look really pretty. Yes.
They're uneven.
Yes. I can't. I cannot. But the hair color ate too.
Oh, I have coon tails. But you can't see them because it's
Oh,
wet.
I
Just like
wait.
me when you. Just kidding. I'm unisex, so I actually have a big wee wee. Oh, and on that note, ladies from the 4B movement, I open my bed. Cordially and respectfully.
Big schlong. Proof?
What? You sound like. Actually, I can't say that. They don't know They don't know about that tea.
What does that mean?
Oh, remember what I told you?
What you being so cryptic for?
No, remember what I told you?
About
I can't hear. Oh my god, shit. Okay.
Oh, the quality got a lot better.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Huh?
Oh, okay. That's enough brain rot for today.
No, wait. I'm here.
I got to go, please.
Dude, why are you in my ear for?
Because every time I tell you I gotta go, you talk to me for another 30 minutes, and I need to go.
It's not my
I have
fault.
to go.
It's not my fault you're in love with me. It's not my fault that you want to. It's not my fault that you wanna. You.
Andu. Hi, Tam.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so I told you this already. Nothing changed.
You say you didn't love me for real like that.
I wish. When did I say that?
Oh, sorry. It was my voices. It was my bipolar overthinking. My bad. Anyway,
And on that note,
I need to buy my Depop card. Get me money.
You will not solicit on my live. You will not solicit on my live. I love you all. I will talk to you all on Wednesday. Oh wait, I know Eden. I know that you told me you're good with he/him pronouns, and I know you're intersex. But like, what pronouns do you want me to use for you and other people? Because I know you told me you had fifis about being gendered as a girl. So type in the chat. He, they? Okay. Eden is a he, they. Gabe blue underscore. Okay. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll look up the video and play it out loud. Let's see. A little bit of tea before we go. Spread the boat. Like, did you get the memo? Oh. How did I know? How did I know? How did I know? That's actually kind of creepy that I predicted that. That's pretty creepy actually. It's pretty fucking creepy. Anyway, like, did you get the memo?
TikTok's biggest politics livers are beefing right now, and one of them just did some death threats. This is not going to end well. Here's how it started. Dean Withers, a top liver, went live and talked about the election as it unfolded. This fellow streamer saw this and was furious. But why? Well, this is gonna sound totally fake. It is real. Dean Withers is white. Therefore, Dean did not expect any haters. This streamer did not go live, and they are black. Therefore, they expected some haters. This made them furious. So what did this liver do? There was a conundrum. They expected hate, but Dean did not. What do they do to fix the gap? They go onto Discord, start typing, and send Dean some death threats. How dare he? Dean Withers saw this and he was shocked. He regretted ever being friends with this person. The response? They're a black woman. They get to do this. Are you guys seeing the problem here? She is okay treating Dean inhumanely because he is higher on the woke pyramid. I did not make that up. That was actually her motivating logic. This is a problem that is common, and Dean's response was terrible. No one should ever be threatened with death. So what should we say? This is going to fundamentally change every argument. We should ground our axioms in humanity, not wokeness. Why are death threats against Dean wrong? It's inhuman. No one should ever have their life threatened. Why do we support reproductive rights? It's not a woman question. It's a humanity question. Does everyone deserve autonomy? Yes. Otherwise, it would be inhuman. Any other situation. Why are we against discrimination? It's irrational. You judge a human on their behavior, not their intrinsic characteristics. I did not cite wokeness. Dean should appeal to the humanity of his opponents, not their race or gender. Racial and gender tribalism created that person. Dean should not be using it in debates. It is dark magic. We can have all the same opinions if we ground it in human rights and the human interest. And that way, that crowd will not be created. TikTok's biggest politics live.
For the record, I will not be speaking to this person in private any longer. My previous plans to speak to this individual have been eradicated swiftly with haste. With haste. And a huge thank you to Faith for bringing this to my attention. Because hell no. Send it to Tashika? Bet. And I'll also send it in the Discord. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you can ask Faith, or you can go on my Discord, because I'm gonna post it. And stuff. Okay. Ciao. Anyways, that dark magic is crazy. Dark magic? Crazy. I can't either, Tam. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Anyways, I love you all. I will see you on Wednesday. My Discord is 18 plus, yes. But bye-bye, y'all. If you don't see it in my Discord, Tashika will probably end up talking about it. So, yeah. Mwah. Bye-bye. To Discord! That's unfortunate. But yo, please hop in the S quest if you think body count should matter for women but not for men. Hi, how old are you?
I'm 18, born in 2006.
Okay. Do you think body count should matter for women but not for men?
I mean, in my personal opinion, I don't think it should, matter for like any gender.
Fair.
Sorry,
Hey.
I'm really not gonna get my words out today, but how do I explain this? Like, I hate the fact that, you know, if a man has like a really high body count, they're known as like a cool person, this and that. But if it's like a woman, then they're known as like you know, like an SLUT and that.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit to me is kind of unfair because it's like, why is it okay for one gender but not okay for the other?
No, literally.
Like, it just doesn't
It's
make
very
any
dumb.
sense to me. No, it is, and I feel like men shouldn't get praised for it as if it's like some great achievement.
Yeah, because that's also like objectifying as fuck that like you're collecting women like trophies. That's weird. And we will see that exhibited today, I fear. But thank you for coming up, my love, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Oh, I love your makeup, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye bye. Also, I just realized we've spoken before, and now I feel like a dum-dum. Fuck. Hello?
Yo. Hello.
Hi. How old are you?
Hi, what's up? I'm 18.
What year were you born?
2006.
Okay. Do you think body count should matter for women but not for men?
I think it should matter for both, honestly.
Equally?
Because I think you put a misconception out there, like that guys, like sure, that's toxic masculinity, like that's a different type of culture, but I think it matters for both.
Oh.
Like higher body count, like untested, higher chances of diseases, you know, like it's just not a good thing. For a lot of reasons.
Okay. Well, if you don't think it only matters for women, then you wouldn't be my op. But thank you for coming up.
Yeah, it matters for both.
All right. Well, thank you. Let's see. Moving on to the next guest. Y'all, please hop in the guest quest if you think body count should matter for women, but not for men. I don't think it matters for either, but... Hello?
Hey,
Hi, how old are you?
31.
Okay, do you think body count should matter for women, but not for men?
I don't think it should matter for either. I think we should all just be sharing the love.
Pardon? Alright. Period. Agreed.
The more the better for everybody.
Agreed. Once again. Well, thank you for coming up. I'm only looking for ops. But thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye. Alright, hard boundary. Hard boundary. Hard boundary, okay? Hard boundary. If you're not an op, and I listen, you guys are so kind, right? You guys are so sweet. But please, if you're not an op, please no. Please. Please. Unless you're Amanda. Unless you're Amanda. In which case, you do whatever you want, queen. You do whatever your fine ass wants. And period, Glowhan. 8. Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay. Do you think body count should matter for women but not for men?
I think, how can I say this and be respectful? I really believe that it should matter for both of them, for the simple fact of, I don't think men should sleep around with any women, and I don't think women should sleep around with anybody as well. I truly believe that first and foremost, there's a lot of lost souls. I'm a strong believer in pushing in marriage. Reason why? Because people end up having babies with different.
I'm sorry. Hard boundary established. Okay? I'm sorry. If you do not think, if you do not think body count should matter for women but not for men, please read the prompt. I don't like kicking you guys, and I allow people to yap because I feel bad, but I placed a hard boundary. So if you're not an op, please don't request. Unless you're Amanda's fine ass, okay? That is a boundary that I'm placing. If you're not Tashika, AG, Johnny, or Amanda, please. Okay? Thank you. Or Ian. Or Ian. Or Ian. Or Ian. Or Ian. Okay. Moving on. Eden, I'm sorry, I love you, but whenever I bring you up, you just thirst over the guests, and that's not conducive to a good conversation. Hello?
Hello?
Oh no, I'm sorry you're a child. I'm sorry you're a child. Andrew, please request so we can talk about racism. I would love to. I'd love to talk about racism with you, Andrew. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I am 42.
Okay. Do you think body count should matter for women but not for men?
Sure. Why not? Can I?
Do you not believe that?
I think, to be honest with you, I believe that everyone is entitled to live their lives however they want to live their lives, but I can definitely voice an opinion. I can justify that statement. I think, yeah. You want me to go ahead?
Well, only if you actually hold that belief yourself.
Okay.
Do you actually hold this belief?
Sure. I do. You want to hear why?
All right. So before we continue, right? So before we continue, I just want to make it abundantly clear, right? I just want to make it abundantly clear. Okay. If you don't think body count should matter for women but not for men, I love that for you. I think that that's great. However, my supporters come here for entertainment, and I set a hard boundary. Okay. I am here to please. I cannot please if I don't have ops. So please listen to me. If you're not an op, please stop. Thank you. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay. Do you think body count should matter for women but not for men?
In a sense, yes.
Okay. In what way?
Well, seeing that, women typically hold the right to consent when it comes to, what, I can't say that on TikTok?
Do you think men can be sexually assaulted?
100% yes.
Okay, so then what do you mean by that?
Okay, so and I'm speaking simply from a standpoint of straight male.
Thank you, Amanda! I'm sorry. I sincerely apologize. Thank you, Amanda, for the $100 Cash App. Amanda, this getting awfully homosexual in here, Amanda. Whoa, the temperature. The temperature, it's getting so hot in here. But continue.
I can only speak from a straight man's standpoint, and I'm specifically speaking on straight men and straight women. I can't really speak on any other standpoint, but so typically I would say that straight men, when they get into a relationship or pursue women, that they understand at some point that they want to have sex with that person. So in their mind, they've already given that person consent, even if that consent wasn't verbally given to that person. But it's opposite for women. So of course, I would say, of course, it's understanding. Were you shaking? Am I wrong to the fact that women?
Yes.
Okay, what am I wrong about?
Both parties need to give verbal consent.
What?
Are you just saying that like when you approach someone, you're giving consent?
I know I never said that. I said in a man's mind, a straight man's mind, he has already consented I'm not saying approaching is consent. I'm not saying approaching is consent, but I'm saying he has already in his mind gave her consent when approaching.
I think
See
that
what I'm
that's
saying?
I think that that's a very dangerous narrative.
How?
Because a man can find a woman attractive, but that doesn't mean that he's consenting to anything that may happen between him and a woman.
Well, don't you think that at
consent
the
is
end he will
always
want
verbally
something?
required?
Okay, and I never said it wasn't, but I'm saying that he has already consented in his mind
But that's
without
not how
giving verbal
consent
consent.
works.
Yes, so I can't think, hey, I would like this person to do things to me that I wouldn't
Yes,
want other
that's
people
not
to do things to me.
consent. You're just imagining that you want something to happen to you is not consent.
That's me giving them. I said
How
giving
can
them
you give
consent,
someone
non-verbal.
consent if you don't know if you're not speaking to someone out
So
loud?
there's not other forms of consent that is
No.
not verbal. So the only
No.
form of consent is non-verbal.
Yes.
So you're
Yes.
telling. Okay, so if a woman kisses me and I kiss her back, did she just R-word me?
That's
Because we never
harassment
spoke
or
about
assault.
consent. We never. No, it's not. It's not either. Because I did agree to it. I never tried to push back.
You didn't agree to it though.
So where
She
did I?
kissed you. You didn't have the opportunity to agree to it. Do you think if you walk up to someone in public and you kiss them that's fine?
No, that's a totally different analogy. I'm saying if I'm on a date, right, and the date's going good, and we're feeling the vibe, and she decides to kiss me, and I kiss her back, and it leads to other things.
Okay, so if you
she
kiss
just
her
R-worded
back,
me.
then that means that
She
you
R-worded
liked
me,
it.
right? Though. No, what does that mean? I never gave her consent, so she
No,
R-worded me,
you
right?
you didn't give consent. So no, that's not right. You need to consent to that.
So she R-worded me. She R-worded me,
That's
right?
not what R word means. So no.
What did she do? She took advantage of me.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she took advantage of you. Yes.
Okay, so what would you
shouldn't
consider
just,
that?
You shouldn't just kiss people without their
You
consent.
would consider that sexual harassment, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she just sexually harassed me, even though
Yes.
that I did let her do it.
What
I
do you
didn't
mean
stop her.
let?
I
I
didn't
wanted to
stop
bring
her.
this up real quick. His
Yeah.
bio is deplorable. Saying phone going ring-a-ling, hoes wantin' ding-a-ling.
What does that have to do with my argument?
Ew. Gross.
Why don't you like hold on, that doesn't have anything to do with anything I'm saying. I'm not going to give attention to
This
my
literally
bio.
has everything to do with this
I'm
particular
not going to give
topic.
attention to my bio, sir. You don't have to give attention to my bio either.
I don't want to talk to someone who doesn't know how sexual assault works. Get off of my platform. Thank you, Caro.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
God damn.
please leave and never come back. Please. With thine utmost respect. Please. Also, you're welcome to stay, my love. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, thank you.
Hi, how old are you?
22.
Okay. Do you think body count should matter for women but not for men?
Yes.
Why is that?
Wait, do you believe in Satan? I'm just curious because you got all this going on.
No?
Like, what is this style?
It's
Cross
gothic?
and all.
This isn't a cross.
Thought it was some devil shit.
No, that's an Ankh. I don't know if it's Ankh or Anka, but this has ties
Yeah,
to
I think it's pronounced Ankh.
Egyptian history. Yeah.
Okay, what about that star in your neck? Like that star thing?
There's no circle, so it's not technically a pentagram. I just bought it because it's cute.
Fuck. Okay. Anyways, that threw me off.
Look, just because we're queer doesn't mean doesn't mean that we don't like straight lines. God damn, I fumbled that like crazy.
It's okay. The message was lovely regardless. But
Can I rephrase my statement a little bit more?
well, I don't even know what was your statement. You just kind of asked me questions.
Yeah. I would say that it affects men, but it affects women more. It harms them more. So
What's
I would say,
it?
yeah, having a high body count.
Okay. In what way?
When it comes to being able to be a good partner and just the way you live your life, when I say that if someone's looking for marriage, the characteristics of someone with high body count, you could see it. Like for marriage, it's not good because it's hard for them to last in a long-term relationship.
According to what? Do you do you have a source for this, or are you just extrapolating this?
No, so we habits and tolerance. If you agree with habits and tolerance, you would agree with what I'm saying.
Okay, so why would this affect women more than men?
Okay, because when we look at the core values that men and women look for each other when they look for a spouse, like example, for you like men, right?
Sometimes.
What do you look, if you were to get married, if you were on a hypothetical, what would you look for? What's the top 4 things?
Kindness, funniness, emotional intelligence, and patience.
Okay, what about job-wise? Do you care if he makes
don't
money
give a
or
fuck.
not? Like, even if he doesn't work and he has nothing.
If he doesn't work, that's fine, as long as he has some kind of like hobby or drive. As long as I'm able to support us, I don't care.
Okay. Well, majority of the women, when they look for a partner, they look for protection, providing, and like masculinity in a man. They look for a couple, like those are the top couple of things. Then when you flip it on the
According
other
to
side,
who?
society, this is just how typically it is. A masculine man, someone who provides and protects. It's typically what women look for.
Thank you for the $10, Abir, who says he was making my ass itch. Ciao. Anyways, hello?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, do you think body count should matter for women but not for men?
Of course, it matters a lot, I would say, and a lot more for women than for men.
Should.
I think it should matter. And,
Okay. Why?
Yes, for sure. And I say this because even if you look at it historically, first of all, I would like to say this. A lot of women, when they lay around, they tend to get pregnant. Is that can we have an agree upon on that conclusion there?
That your likelihood of getting pregnant increases when you have
that
sex,
women-
yes?
Yes. Okay. So just some women would like to say, "Oh, they can take this and that," but the general reality is that they are likely to get impregnated, and there's something
Well,
called
not if you're on birth
microchimerism.
control or using contraception. Your likelihood of
Have
being
you ever
pregnant
heard
is
of
incredibly low.
Or
microchimerism?
fucking queer.
Oh yeah, or
Excuse me?
if you're queer. Yeah, if you're queer, you're not
Okay,
gonna get
that's all
pregnant.
right. Have you ever heard of microchimerism?
Yes.
Yes. So if the women ever get pregnant, let's be real, which is likely, when she gets pregnant, eventually, some of the genetic material from the man remains in the womb, and this is
That's not what
dangerous.
microchimerism says. It doesn't say that the material from the man stays. The material from the baby stays.
The baby,
not
but
from
some
the
of
man.
that material, half of the baby is the man's genetics.
Yes, but
So,
it's not. It's not coming. It's not like the man's DNA.
not
staying
directly.
in
It's not
there.
like a direct. It's not direct like that, but it's through the baby. So some of the baby's blood or some of the baby's genetic material will remain in the lady's womb. So
Okay.
eventually, the children that come about, you're going to have. Imagine you're a man who's getting down with a woman, and then eventually you have some of another man's child's, genetics in the next child. That's kind of like
in
even
her
if it's to a
womb?
degree.
Whose
In the
dick is
essence,
reaching?
the
Whose
essence.
dick is reaching a woman's womb?
You're not.
Who's
I don't think you.
no
That's not how
one's penis
microchimerism works.
is no one's penis is reaching the woman's womb.
I don't think you've seen.
It's not
mine.
gonna graze. No one's
Just
tip is
kidding.
gonna graze against the woman's uterus. That's not. And if you are able to do that, please go to Mayo Clinic. They would love to study you, dead ass. But like, I don't think that that's realistic.
No, but what I am saying is, it's not directly. I'm saying the genetic material that remains inside even the womb. That's how microchimerism works. Some of the genetic material will remain.
Yes,
And
but
I
why
think you
does this
said
matter?
you agree with that. So what I'm saying
Only
is
if she's
the nature-
pregnant, though. If she's not
Yes,
pregnant,
if she gets
this doesn't
pregnant.
matter.
Yes, yes. I agree. But I'm just saying that the likelihood would even increase. And just to get back to it, the consensus on why it matters more for women or why it should matter more for women is historically men would have more wives. It's not like it would be an anomaly for the man to have prior experience. But when a woman has it, you have to question. You have to ask yourself, is this woman a deviant? This is why back in the day women were accused of witchcraft, because sometimes they had, what was called, they would have orgies, right? And that would invoke, like, look at you right now. You have your, no offense, but your teeth, they're alluring me right now. I have to tell myself, no, because just real.
No. Fuck that. No. Don't ever do that again. That's fucking gross.
I think before we move on to the next, to the people that are confused and they don't know what happened, the person said that women make men sexually deviant, and he then said that even now, no offense, your tits are alluring me. Anyway, I don't even want to. Just okay. We're just gonna move on. There's nothing I can say to that. I'm not okay. They weren't even really in frame either. I'm confused.
I hate all of the faggots.
Oh well, I mean, then why would you come up to go talk to two of them? I don't understand. That's a little counterproductive, ain't it?
Right?
That's to me. It seems like you're kind of magnetized to them, and I don't blame you. We're pretty cool. But maybe unpack that. I don't know. Anyway, please hop in the guest quest if you think body count should matter for women but not for men. Also, Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal are in the bio. Follow me if you aren't already, and follow
I
Cara.
agree with you. Like, if men sleep with 5 women, it's crazy. If a woman slept with more with 5 men, it's crazy. But
Okay.
like,
So you think it's
But doesn't matter equally.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
bye.
he's gone now. All right, well, bye. All right, moving swiftly along to the next guest. Please try not to be creepy. I don't know. I don't ask for a lot, but okay. Hello?
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Thank you for the $6.66, Dova. Alluring tits and F slurs.
Ugh.
Okay. Do you think body count should matter for women but not for men?